Kim Kardashian just suffered an arrest, and what she revealed could destroy her career. A truck carrying 28 pallets of Skims underwear and clothing was stopped at a port in England last September. Inside that truck, investigators found 198 pounds of cocaine. The street value was estimated at over $9 million, and the man driving the truck just got sentenced to over 13 years in prison. So let's break this down from the beginning. Skims, for those who don't know, is Kim Kardashian's shapewear brand. The company ships product all over the world, and one of those shipments, heading from the Netherlands to England, became the center of a drug smuggling operation. The driver was a 40-year-old man from Poland named Jakob Jan Konkel. According to the UK's National Crime Agency, Konkel was transporting a load of 28 pallets of Skims clothing from the Netherlands. He arrived on a ferry at the port of Harwich in Essex, England. That is when Border Force officers decided to stop and inspect his vehicle. When they X-rayed the truck, they found something that did not belong. The truck had been modified. There was a compartment built into the back doors of the trailer, and inside that compartment, investigators found 90 individually wrapped packages. Each package contained 1 kilogram of cocaine. That is 90 kilograms total, or 198 pounds. The estimated street value of the cocaine came in at around 7 million British pounds, which converts to roughly 9.4 million US dollars. Now here is the part that makes this story stand out. The investigation revealed that Konkel had made an unscheduled stop during his journey. His tachograph, which is a device that records driving time and stops for commercial vehicles, showed a 16-minute stop that Konkel did not declare during his interview with the NCA. That stop is when investigators believe he picked up the cocaine and loaded it into the hidden compartment. When Konkel was first questioned, he denied knowing anything about the drugs. He said he had no idea there was cocaine in his truck, but that story did not hold up. Eventually, Konkel changed his account and pleaded guilty to drug smuggling. He admitted that he had agreed to transport the cocaine for a payment of 4,500 euros, which is roughly 5,200 US dollars. Think about that for a second. He risked everything to move over $9 million worth of cocaine for just over $5,000. That is the kind of math that organized crime relies on. They find people willing to take on the risk for a fraction of what the drugs are worth. On Monday, May 18, 2026, Chelmsford Crown Court sentenced Konkel to 13.5 years in prison for drug smuggling. NCA operations manager Paul Orchard said organized crime groups use corrupt drivers like Konkel to move Class A drugs, often hidden on entirely legitimate loads like this one. He also said the detection removed a significant amount of cocaine from the supply chain and cost the crime group both the product and one of their enablers. Border Force Assistant Director Jason Thorne also weighed in, saying the interception deprived criminal networks of millions in profit. He added that they continue to work around the clock to protect borders and keep drugs off the streets. Now, the part that matters most when it comes to Kim Kardashian's involvement, or rather, her lack of involvement. The National Crime Agency stated that the shipment of Skims clothing was legitimate. Neither the exporter nor the importer of the clothing had any connection to the smuggling operation. Kim Kardashian's brand was used as cover by a criminal network, but the brand itself and its operations had nothing to do with the cocaine. So to be clear, this was not a case of Skims shipping drugs. This was a case of a truck driver being paid by a crime group to use a legitimate delivery as a disguise for smuggling. The cocaine was hidden in the structure of the truck itself, not inside the clothing or packaging. Kim Kardashian's name is attached to this story because it was her brand's product on the truck. But according to every official statement released so far, that is where her connection to this story begins and ends. The crime was committed by the driver and the organization behind him, and both have now been dealt with by the courts.